come down to one of my favourite parts of the estate. Just come down to drop the wood chipper down here. Got a lot of chipping to do from pruning we did last year. I've decided now that I'm going to do it as I go along, because we can't have this, it's a fire hazard, all of this lying around, apart from the fact that it's ugly. And if we chip it down, it's a great mulch to go back into the soil. It's one of, yeah, this is one of my favourite. There's a run of terraces that in the background there you can see the high point of the estate, one of the high points. So this terracing runs all the way down from there basically, and it's still in fairly good shape. Again, I'd like to plant things in here, but this has got a really nice feel to it, this little valley running down through here. This is water erosion, but I've now got access. I've got to improve this, but I've got access to this terrace here with the tractor. I want to get further access because there's a lot of felling to do and pruning and other work. And then these terraces run a long way in that direction as well. So yeah, as I say, there's just something about this. It's just got a nice feel about it, this area, and it's one of the few places on the estate. Got this lovely big terrace here. I started clearing it last year, and I want to get some different trees down in here, although the home oak is doing quite well, which is quite nice. We've put a picnic table down here because it's such a lovely spot. It's quite a long way from the house, but it really is quite attractive and a nice place to be. So we sometimes come down here for lunch or a picnic at any time really. So as I was saying, this is one of the few places that I found any other plants than pine, juniper and the carrasca or holm oak, or hollyoaks as they're sometimes called. And it's this one here. Well, there are two there. I think one's an older, and then that, it turns out, I pruned it last year. It looked like it was dead. I pruned it last year. It turns out it's a white willow, which I hadn't heard of before. So I'm going to prune it better this year. I just did a quick prune last year to see if it would come back, and it has, and it looks like it can accept a fairly heavy prune. If anybody has any advice, what I want to do is take some cuttings. So in the comments, if you could just let me know. It's willow usually takes quite well. How to take the cuttings, when's the best time to take the cuttings, whether I need to pot them first or I can plant them straight into the ground. Any pointers on that, because I would try and plant some more of it around here, as it seems to like it down here. This is a stream that runs down all the way from the high point that I indicated back there, and it gets to quite a large stream. So that is a waterfall there. It's now just reduced to a trickle, but that's really nice running down through there. What I need to do is organise it with channels and maybe some swales and other types of earthworks which will slow it down and let it settle and soak into the soil on all of the terraces that we've got running down. It then continues down through here. You see it's quite waterlogged here, so if I can channel it, then that'll be great for irrigating all of these terraces that are running down here. There's an old, in fact there's water running down through there. There's an old reservoir here. Here's the water. Here it is. So this is, I'm not sure if it's the same as the other one or if this is different. So this is why obviously they have this water reservoir here beforehand, but this is going to take a lot of rebuilding. But as you can see, it really is quite a, or was in its day, quite a good construction. There's water there, but it's running out. I presumably the willow's here because it likes that damp. But yeah, it's got a lovely feel about it here, and I can hear some water down there, and I want to find. It sounds like a little waterfall. So this is still running down through here. So a channel has been dug there at some point, not very well, and it doesn't seem to be working because the water's running down through here. But this is more than just that trickle. This is coming out of the ground somewhere. It's not permanent. This is after rainfall, but it hasn't been raining for the last 3 or 4 days, and this is continuing. I don't know how long it will continue. So this is quite nice. This is what has caused obviously all of the erosion here, and this is the terracing, the rest of the terracing running down through here, which goes on for a long way, and they get larger and larger. All the pine has invaded it again, but this could work. The soil's good. The soil's good. Look at that lovely soil. Look at that brilliant soil, which is great for here. We're in the middle of the mountains. Fabulous soil, and that's you know, another good reason to get some swales or other types of earthworks that are going to retain the water and stop the erosion, stop it taking all of the soil, the good soil away. So this is probably what I could hear. This is running down through here. So these terraces continue on down here, and then they swap sides. I need to repair this somehow. There is a channel there that somebody dug, as I said, at some point, but the water is still coming down through here. If I can reinstate that channel, a lot of work to be done here, repairing this erosion so that I can get access with machinery to be able to reclaim. Look at that. It's quite a lot of water, so that I can reclaim all of this terracing. First thing to come down is going to be the pines, the pine trees. You know, it's a large area here, and it's got such a lovely feel to it. So we've had a lot of mushrooms this year, of all types. Yeah, sorry, that's the terracing down through there. It continues. They're large, and it's so big. This estate is so big that we need to focus on 1 or 2 points initially, I think, and then grow from there. Otherwise, it's just too much. So I think this is one of the places we're going to start, because it really is a pretty area, and this terracing is in fairly good state. And I see that this water works well, can work well. It's just building up speed all the way down. I see this can work well for irrigating. This channel continues on that side. I don't know if you can see it. There's a channel there, but it hasn't worked. We'll have to redirect this water maybe into there, and we could put a series of dams in there to try and hold the water, which we can then use with sluice gates or whatever. Now this is very wet. So this in a way is good. Okay, there's water running down here, but terracing is has the same effect on slowing down the water as swales. So, but because some of the terracing is falling down, I might need to put up some kind of an earthwork to reduce the flow of the water down through the terracing. But this is an example of really what we want. This does the same as a swale. It's because it's level. The water has stopped.